The members of the Westboro Baptist Church hate gays, and for years have decided to show that hate by protesting at the funerals of fallen U.S. soldiers. Don't look for logic, there isn't any. Well, when folks in Weston, Missouri got word that the Westboro members were on their way to Sergeant First Class C.J. Siddell's funeral, they said, not here, not this day. And Rebecca Rooney was the woman behind that effort. She's my guest now. Rebecca, it's an honor to have you here.
It's an honor beyond. Thank you.
I'm so touched by this story. I'm overwhelmed, and the email response from our viewers has been incredible. You heard that they were coming. You decided to organize your small town. Almost half of the town showed up. And how'd you put a stop to it?
Well, basically, we'd already had one young fallen soldier from Weston, Colby Fernan, and his family every year has a Walk to Remember, where we actually have pictures on the trails so that everybody can see all the fallen soldiers from Kansas and Missouri. And the Patriot Guard riders are always there. And so I've gotten to know them over the years, and I checked on their website, and you can actually load onto it for free and find out any events that are coming. So when I saw this one, I got a hold of Becky, who's one of their officers, and she sent me the itinerary, what the riders plan to do, and all the details that I needed. And
just so our viewers know, the Patriot Guard riders are devoted to stopping the Westboro Baptist Church protests. Their prerequisite, their mission statement is respect. They say, just show your sincere respect for our fallen our fallen heroes at their funerals, and shield the mourning family. And they don't want violence, they don't want confrontation, they want to protect the grieving families. And you joined them, and you did that with these flags and protesters all over the site of that funeral. Tell us where you all were stationed.
Well, we were at the intersection where I had understood that they were going to take one of the corners there because they'd asked about it with the city. And so what we did is we went, there was one of them in front of one of our little shopping areas, and so we parked there so that they couldn't get close. And in the other places, we also had people park and just be there to where I knew that they'd have to get out of the van, and I figured they wouldn't do that. We had one corner was just full of the VFW and American Legion gentlemen, and then all the other corners, people just lined up, and they all had brought their flags. One couple of men had actually brought a car from a dealership, so it was a very big flag in there, and that was going to help block the people when they got there.
So the family would never have to lay eyes on those hateful protesters, and all they would see is American flags and hear patriotic music playing as they entered and exited the church.
Well, the church is about a mile away, but this was the intersection at which the people from the Westboro church were going to be. And basically, I'd asked for people to bring CDs, but these young ladies from another business down there brought an entire sound system, so we had a lot of background music. The people finally did get out of their van. They put up all their signs. But the two men that had that large flag just went in front of them.
When the Westboro Baptist Church got a wind of this, when they showed up to spew their hate, what happened?
Well, they opened up the van, and they all came out, and they started chanting. They started saying, I guess there's this one song about God hates America. They had little kids even holding up these signs. And that was one of the reasons that I wanted to stop them, because I just couldn't imagine all these little kids, you know, seeing their daddy's funeral and seeing God hates soldiers and things like that. But the other two men, they pulled the front of them with the flag, and the Patriot Guard was on the other side. So when they got loud, they just gunned their motors so that nobody heard them. And after only about 15 minutes, they left.
And I know you said that these men have gone to serve just so that we could be able to do this, come out and counter-protest, if you will, and as a result, they did not die in vain.
That is correct. And the thing is that these other people, they may study law, they may know the law, but you know what? We live the law, and so it was just important for us to actually extend our own civil rights in a dignified manner, because the name of the operation was Operation, Dignified Protective Stance. So it said it all. You didn't want any fighting, because that would have been disrespectful to the soldiers as well.
Rebecca, good for you, good for the town of Weston, and good for the Patriot Guard riders. God bless all of you. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
Incredible, right?